Welcome to Mediocre Gaming, and today we're playing Destiny 2. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and salutations. Today, the final forge. Let's get to it. So after the Niobe Labs puzzle, we finally have access, or the ability to access, the final forge, Bergusia. Now, unlike previous forges where you need to shoot a bunch of Fallen or Vex in order to get a drop, and that's how you start the quest, instead you go to Ada and talk to her, and she will get you started on the quest line. And the first step of the quest line is to go to the Leviathan raid, the original Callus raid on the Leviathan. So go ahead and head over there, but you don't have to complete the raid, you don't have to beat bosses, you only have to destroy Watchers. Now, Watchers are turrets that are sitting out in the underbelly, certain sections of the underbelly, and you go in there and there's usually 4, 5, or 6 of them. If you don't destroy them right away, then they get shielded, reinforcements get called, and then you have to start all over again. And that is actually what you want to do. So go to the Leviathan. In order to open the underbelly, you have to go to the switch room. And if you're starting from the left going to the right, numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you hit 1, 5, 3, 2, 4, 6. You may want to have 1 or 2 people with you to do the switches. If you're trying to do it by yourself, you can, but you're going to want a full set of mobility armor, and you're going to want to run the Mida multi-tool and mini-tool that will help boost your movement speed. So once you get the underbelly open, it'll say the path is open. Then just work your way up. Don't take the boost up. Just walk your way up and then go through until you hit one of the areas where there's Watchers and you can hear them dinging in the background. Open the door, there's Watchers, and then go ahead and take out 1 or 2 of them. And then once you do that, reinforcements get called. Take the reinforcements out. The shields drop on the remaining Watchers. Go ahead and destroy the remaining Watchers. Pick up those pieces and then go back. Everyone has to leave the room. All the doors shut and the room resets with the Watchers. You'll be able to hear them again, open up the door and do it, and just keep doing that over and over until you have 24. Once you get that completed, then you're ready for the forge. Well, not quite. After that, you have to pick up more items, and they come out of specific chests, either public event chests, strike chests, or supply chests. So if you're in free roam and you find a cache, that will give you 2 pieces, and you need 200, so each one gives you 1%. Public events, they give you 10 pieces or 5%. And strikes give you 20 pieces or 10%. So you either need to do 100 chests in free roam, or 20 chests from public events, or 10 strikes. And if that all sounds like a lot, well, it is. So if you have an improved cache detector for an area that is relatively small, then you could probably punch it out relatively quickly. Public events will actually take a little bit of time. You can go to the Tangled Shore and do the cryopod public events, and you can punch those out really quickly in about less than a minute, but you have to wait for them to start. What I'm going to tell you to do is go to the EDZ and go do the Lake of Shadows strike. It's in the bottom right area of the map. Just do that regular strike. Don't do Nightfall. Don't do Vanguard strike list. Do that Lake of Shadows one and go through and run through it. So only take out what you have to take out. So at the very beginning, you're going to take out a couple blights, and then you take out a yellow bar. That'll open up the way for the next area. You go and you run down and take out the boss, or the yellow bar at the end of that area at the bottom, and that opens up the next area. Go across the bridge, there's another yellow bar at the end of the bridge, take out that guy, and then it opens up the next area. Then you have to go run through a little bit and do a little parkour around the enemy. Get to the next yellow bar enemy and take him out, and that opens up the final area. Take out the blight, the boss shows up, burn him down however you can, and then you're done. You get your 20 pieces, and then you can rinse and repeat. Once the timer pops up and starts counting down, you can go back to orbit and then start it over again. Now, if you need to, because you're running around and not really picking up very much, if you're running low on ammo, go ahead and go grab some ammo from somewhere and then go back in and do it again. Now, once you get 100% on there, then you're ready for the next step. And that next step is actually at the Bergusia Forge. What you do is you go down to Trossland, go over to the outskirts, go down to Sojourner's Camp, and then go into Niobe Labs. That big black door at the back of Niobe Labs is, of course, a door going to the Bergusia Forge. Get in there, start it up. Now, one of the conditions for this step is to finish the ignition of the forge at maximum temper. So that means in between the first round and right after the second round starts, you're going to be looking for those drones. Take out the drones. On the left hand side of your screen, you'll see maximum temper. Finish out the forge, beat the boss, and then you'll have access to the key. Collect the loot from the box, make sure you do that, and then leave. Once you do that, you can insert that final key into the mysterious box. Open it up, and you get a decipher mechanism or decipher device, and also the next step of the forge. So the next step of the forge is a riddle, and in order to go forward, you have to complete the riddle by figuring out what it's trying to say and go ahead and do it. And then the mysterious box turns into a deciphering mechanism, and in order to progress that quest, you need to have a rare bounty. As it so happens, I had a rare bounty complete when I finished the Bergusia Forge and got the key. The next step, of course, is to complete the Shattered Throne and get a piece out of there. To finish that quest line is going to take some work. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to ring the bell before you leave to be notified of all future episodes as soon as they go live. And thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And we'll see you next time.
This decryption device, it's for our founder's journals. I've used it to decode several of our recovered pages. It would appear that Project Niobe's purpose was to develop and produce enhanced prototypes. There are even sketchings. They appear to be some sort of advanced weapon. One of the pages provides instructions for a vessel. Perhaps we should start there. It's time we discover for ourselves what Civics is after. The missing page